Hey guys, welcome to our PC expansion guide. We've got 8 different ways that you can expand your PC, keep it working like new, or get more out of it. Let's jump right into it. Starting off, we have expansion cards. These are all the different things that you can plug into your motherboard. This can include things like a dedicated graphics card, sound cards, network cards. And there are 2 different slots here on this motherboard. These are the PCI slots. This is older technology, but some motherboards do still support these. Over here, we have the PCI Express slot, commonly referred to as just the PC slot. This is the newer version, and this is the one that you'll most likely be using with any modern system. The advantage of expansion cards is they allow you to customize your PC for exactly what you need it to do. So for example, if you were a gamer, you would install a dedicated graphics card. But if you were someone who was a professional musician, maybe you would install a sound card. And depending on what kind of expansion card you installed, you could completely change the function and capability of your PC. Now, there are a ton of different expansion cards out there. We've just mentioned a couple. There are other ones like Wi-Fi cards, NIC cards, which is a network interface card. These are used to add wired Ethernet to your system. Then you have things like capture cards, which are used to capture gameplay from your console or camera and put it onto your computer. Next, we have memory expansion. Your computer's RAM is limited to what comes with the motherboard. On this particular one, we have 32 GB of RAM, and that is pretty much maxed out for this machine. However, we have 4 RAM sticks, and each one of these can be populated with RAM sticks. So for this particular motherboard, the max would be 128 GB of RAM. Now, why does this matter? Well, having more RAM allows you to run more programs simultaneously without them slowing down. Having more RAM also allows you to run larger programs. So for example, if you're doing video editing, having more RAM will allow you to load up longer clips or higher resolution footage before your system starts to slow down. Also, RAM is volatile memory, which means that when your system loses power, the information in your RAM is gone. So it's not something that you can use to store files or anything like that. It's strictly for temporary information that your system needs immediately. Next, we have storage expansion. There are a lot of different ways to expand your PC's storage. Depending on your motherboard, you may have a few internal bays where you can place a hard drive or SSD. These are just regular old-fashioned hard drives. We also have SSDs, which stand for solid-state drive. These have no moving parts. Both of these connect via SATA cable, and both of these are considered internal storage solutions. Now, if your motherboard has an M.2 slot, you can also use an M.2 NVMe SSD. These are super fast SSDs that connect directly to the motherboard. You can also expand your PC's storage externally by connecting a drive through one of the USB ports. Now, this isn't going to be as fast as an internal solution, but it will give you additional space. Alright, next we have USB expansion. Sometimes it can be hard to find enough USB ports. This can be especially true for laptops, which typically only come with a couple built-in. Fortunately, you can expand your PC's USB capabilities with a USB hub or an adapter. Here, we have a USB hub. This particular one happens to have 7 additional USB ports, an HDMI port, and a gigabit Ethernet port. All of these connect back to your PC via a single USB cable. So it's a very simple setup process. This is a great way to expand your PC's functionality quickly and easily, and it is also relatively affordable. Alright, next we have docking stations. Docking stations are sort of like a more extreme version of a USB hub. Instead of just expanding your PC's connectivity, a docking station connects to your PC via a single cable, typically Thunderbolt, and can expand video, USB, audio, Ethernet, and lots of other ports. What is really cool about this is that instead of having to plug each device individually into your PC, you just plug a single cable into your PC and then everything just works. This can really come in handy for laptops. A lot of laptops, including this one, come with limited connectivity. Having a docking station allows you to plug everything into a docking station and then just plug one cable into your laptop and everything just works. So this can be really great for people who are always on the move but still want to have a full-featured desktop-like experience when they get to the office or home. Alright, next we have external GPS. External GPS, also known as eGPUs, are essentially a desktop graphics card enclosed in a box with a Thunderbolt connection. So what's really awesome about this is that you can take a small compact laptop, something that is not necessarily designed for gaming or high-performance computing, and then you can hook it up to an external GPU and basically turn it into a desktop replacement. So for people who do a lot of traveling, this can be a great way to save space and weight by having a small laptop but still be able to game or render video or whatever else you need to do once you're back at the office or wherever you're connecting it to a high-end GPU. Next, we have cooling system upgrades, adding additional case fans. CPU coolers or liquid cooling can all help improve your PC's performance by reducing temps and allowing you to safely push your hardware further. Additionally, if you're pushing your hardware further, either by overclocking or by simply buying higher-end parts, you might need a beefier cooling solution to keep your components from overheating. Now, this might seem daunting at first. Adding liquid cooling, for example, seems like it might be difficult, but in reality there are all sorts of easy kits out there. You can actually add a liquid cooling loop to your system without too much difficulty. And many modern all-in-one coolers are actually liquid cooling solutions that are relatively easy to set up. So if you're concerned about your PC's temperatures or if you're pushing your components harder, you might want to consider a cooling upgrade. Alright, finally, we have peripheral expansions. A PC is a very flexible machine, and you can expand it beyond just the PC itself. Of course, you can add things like monitors, keyboards, mice, VR headsets, printers, but you can also add things like digital art tablets, stream decks, DJ controllers, and so much more. Now, this is really great because it allows you to customize your PC for exactly what you need it to do. Maybe you're a video editor and you want to add a nice large format screen so you can see more of your video timeline. Maybe you're a music producer and you want to add a stream deck so you can easily pull up things like your mixer. Maybe you're a gamer and you want to add a bunch of different LED monitors so you can monitor all aspects of your game. Whatever you decide to add is entirely up to you, and there are just so many different options out there. There are tons of different ways to upgrade and expand your PC, and hopefully this video gave you a few ideas of what you might want to do. But I'd love to hear from you. What are some of your favorite ways to expand your PC or upgrade it? Leave a comment down below. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button. It really helps us out. Hit that subscribe button for more content like this. And thank you for watching.